Okay, so the patch just dropped, and I wanted to test out the torps, because these apparently get detected a few seconds less. And I played another match before this one, also with W09 on my team too. That match didn't go very well, but I did 90k in that match. And I hit a Zhao, a Montana, a Tago, and you'll see too, when I have me, just how quick come up now. If you're a battleship and you don't have that detection module thing, get it. And also, according to the Reddit thread on the patch, the torp detection is capped at 20%. So if you've got the captain skills for that, there's no point in getting the module because it won't do anything for you. Let's get to the good stuff here. Yeah, we ended up losing the last match anyway. But that happens.
All forces requesting assistance.
And normally I don't launch torps this early, but this seemed like a really good idea. And I decided to just lob them out there, especially since there's so many DDs.
Enemy force detected.
And look, a wild turpitz appears. Like, there's no way he's gonna get hit. But, like battleships, where there's one, there's more. So I loop back around because I'm really worried about running into that Shimakaze or Gearing. Because they will both damage me a lot. And that's just no good because health is very, very important when you don't have a whole lot of it. But I keep following this torp thinking,
I need help
there's no way.
urgently.
There's no... Oh,
Engine
look,
booster
more!
activated.
There's no way this will hit. Yep, no, it's gonna miss. So I kind of start panning around thinking, yep, oh, hey, I took one right on the nose. And then the North Carolina takes one right on the nose. And then another battleship takes one right. Oh, both North Carolinas take early damage. So at this point, they've all collectively crapped themselves and start turning around. I mean, it also helps that we have 6, 7 ships on this side too. So they have realized the error of their ways and start running. Well, trying to run anyway. Wargaming really, really needs to get more carriers back into the game because if there's no carriers, and as much as I bitch about planes spotting torpedoes, which that still kind of does need fixed, they shouldn't permanently spot them. That's just stupid. Uh, I could just basically drive around the map just torping stuff. I mean, not saying it's easy and I don't get hits all the time anyway, but there is really not much of a counter to this ship right now, and I don't even have the 5th stealth skill yet either. And yeah, I don't even know where those came from. They didn't even show up on my screen. So I'm thinking somehow this guy's behind me, which, you know, that's obviously a Shimakaze torp wall. But I'm trying to hunt this Kagero down, or at least force him to turn back around, which I think he did. I wasn't really sure. But this poor Turpitz grounded himself, and I land another hit on him. those are from the Shimakaze, and that's had they actually been, you know, a tighter group and a little bit behind me, I'd have been screwed. So I shoot him, land a couple good hits. Yeah, also the gun sounds have changed. I don't know if I'm completely sold on them or not, but
Torpedoes astern.
I always launch torps into the smoke. Most players by this tier know to not sit in smoke, but occasionally you'll still get somebody lucky if you can try and kind of guess which way they'll break out of smoke. I'm thinking he pulled a hard 180 and just started heading straight back because he knew I'd be torping and I knew he'd be running. Yeah, my gun range is only about 9 kilometers. You can see just how much those torps have spread already. That's why having only 2 launchers is kind of a detriment. Of course, if this thing had 3 launchers, plus the crazy camo that it gets, it'd be actually pretty overpowered, and there'd be no reason to get the Shimakaze to get 3 launchers. Because that's the only thing you really get with it is extra launcher. I think the damage, I think the torpedoes are exactly the same unless you get the upgraded ones. But the extra 5 kilometer range I find a hell of a lot more helpful. Just like, you know, at the very beginning of the match when I launched those torps, you know, clear from my side and got 3 hits out of it. Which, granted, was mostly luck, but had I had the shorter range, I don't know if I would have actually gotten that.
Torpedoes direct front.
Yeah, and see, those just, they basically come out of nowhere now. So you really, really have to pay attention and just constantly be turning, and which you should have been doing anyway. It was way too easy to dodge torpedoes before. And I knew that guy was going to turn around, so I kind of led some shots, but I didn't quite lead enough, I don't think. Pretty sure I ended up missing him. Also, if you don't have last stand on an IJNTD, you should really get it. I don't know if this guy had it or not. I don't think he did. Nah, I guess he didn't, because he came to a complete dead stop, whereas, I mean, I got hit earlier and I didn't really care. Because I've said it before and I'll say it again, getting lit. Oh, and I do get a hit on him. Yeah, so I've basically crippled all of their battleships on this side, and ours are just, they basically just have to mop up.
Torpedoes dead ahead.
Wild torpedo appears.
Torpedoes direct front.
I don't know if I counted which ones that was. Probably the Kagero still, I think. But I know the Shimakaze is still over here too. And I just dumped some more on North Carolina. Also, typically I actually split torpedo launchers this game, which normally I don't do, but it seemed to work out pretty well. Just because it seemed like, as long as I was decently close enough to where the torpedoes didn't spread too much. There's a Fubuki. I don't know what is up with this guy's camo, but... Or if he's shooting, or... I don't know, I just detected him all match, which is bizarre. I can't remember, and even the Shimakaze too, which I know it doesn't have as good of camo as the Kagero, but I don't have the 5th skill yet, so we should both be at about the same, I would think. I can't remember what the Shimakaze caps out at. I think it's 5.9 or 6 kilometers too. But yeah, I really suck at aiming. Because I really don't use all my guns that much. Because as soon as you open up with a high tier, especially IJNDD, everybody starts shooting at you. So even when I probably should be using them, I just don't. Just because I don't like taking damage. Because then I'm basically taken out of a lot of fights. Or if, it comes down to it to where I need to engage another destroyer like late in the game. I want to hedge my bets that they're going to be more hurt than I am.
Torpedoes to port.
Attention, reporting the target position.
Torpedoes dead ahead.
Torpedoes everywhere. Which, there's the Fubuki, I think it was a Fubuki that just died, got a spread off. But yeah, I would have hit that other North Carolina, but he got broadsided. And these I launched, jeez, a minute ago. It's torpedoes chess. Like, how far in advance do you have to try and outthink the guy driving that boat? Figure those early ones are going to be, complete misses. So I'm sitting here watching this last one. And it's gonna be good. No, stop shooting him. Stop shooting. God damn it. Yeah. So I probably would have had another 2 torpedo hits and 2 kills this match, but yeah. Yeah, and he's got enough HP that I'm just gonna dump torps at him and stay camoed, because... Oh look, and the Shimakaze again. Because breaking my camo at this point would be silly, because I have the most points on the cap. And just in case, for whatever reason, that cruiser down there actually kills both of our guys and starts capping, I don't want to lose in... just because I decided I needed to farm damage with my guns. Ugh, I had a bit of a burp there. Or a brain fart, one of the two. So I'm just kind of tooling around in cap, tooling around in cap. Yeah, I didn't realize there was a battleship at D1, and yeah, he got killed. I was gonna smoke for him, but he died before I could get back over there. So now I'm thinking, hey, maybe I'll smoke for this Amagi, but he's moving too fast, and he'll just drive straight through it. And he's got pretty good health, so no point in using it just yet. So I start heading towards this battleship thinking, hey, maybe I can, launch some crap. That's not... Oh, even better. It's the Kagero. I thought it was the gearing, but... Nope. Even better. The gearing's even closer, which is at 5 kilometer range, typically a death sentence for you. I'm rather glad I saved my smoke at this point. At least it'll make it a little harder for him to hit me. And the way this high tier destroyer drives, it basically slews or skids a little when you turn it, so you can wiggle quite effectively. He's missing at 5 kilometers, which is pretty good. Of course, I just went undetected too. I didn't notice that. So again, smoke saves the day. Hooray! I think maybe I'll dump some shots at him, and of course I suck, and I think I miss. Oh, nope, I actually got a hit for 347. Okay, whatever. Then everything starts popping up. And Kagero starts shooting at me. Don't think the Shimakaze does, though. And again, torps. Basically, as soon as you see a DD, start driving straight at him, because there will be torpedoes coming your way. So a lot of times, I'll even wait until I get undetected, and then launch later, once they have been distracted by another target, and start focusing on them. Because you're basically just going to waste a launch anyway, which at this point I'm just dumping torps out, because this is so far to the end of the match that maybe I'll get a lucky hit. Who knows? Yeah, that's another thing you got to be careful with, is if there's spotter planes or, you know, carrier planes with the rare unicorns that they've become, you're a lot of times just better off just not shooting your torpedoes, because they'll get detected, and then you've just wasted your time.
Engine boost deactivated.
So I'm thinking, hey, you know, we've got a basically guaranteed win at this point. I'll just leave cap, which I should have gone around the other side, but I'm thinking, oh, I've got plenty of time to go around this side where I know he's probably going to be. And yeah, he never reappears. Oh, I don't even make it out of the cap to win the match.